SPAR lab has at least 2 videos of 1 to 3 pendulum collisions, which allow you to approximate the vertical heights or horizontal velocities. Well, why don't you do that? I can't see it in any of those videos. The angle, he films them at these silly angles. You can't use any real references, and then he puts a fake ruler on top of the experiment, which doesn't make any sense. The ruler has to be where the experiment is taking place to get rid of it.
It is where the experiment is taking place. The experiment is taking place right in the middle, right before collision and right after collision. That's all we need, from here to here and from here to here. That's all. It's right in the middle of the screen.
Any of those parallax defects. I mean, the whole thing is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous science. You can't understand how it's ridiculous science to not understand things, variables like center of mass and parallax, and he's using a wide. Look at the last one he does with the frame rates, and look at when the object goes towards the sides of the frame. All of a sudden, it's not even round anymore, and it's not even round by a lot, not a little. Okay, it's like 1 round object is like 2 round objects. It's like twice as wide as it is high. A huge distortion.
Yes, at the very left and at the very right of the screen, there is distortion. As you can see here, at the very left, yes, the ball is indeed longer or wider than when it is at the center of the screen. The same with the other ball, with the heavy ball. At the very right, the ball is bigger than at the center. But we are not interested in what's going on at the very left and at the very right of the screen, you bloody moron. We are only interested in what is happening at the center of the screen, right before collision and right after collision, right over here. That's all. From here to here and from here to here. All right. So at the sprint screen, once again, I have measured the length of the ball, and there's no difference. Over here, it measures 4.2 centimeters, and then 2 frames later, it measures 4.1 centimeters. It's only 1 millimeter off. Huge distortion, right? What a distortion. No, only 1 millimeter off, like 1%. And the big ball, yeah, well, for the incoming velocity, the big ball stays stationary, so it remains the same. 4.55 versus 4.55 centimeters. And then for the reflections, again, the small ball measures 4.1 centimeters. Two frames later, it measures 4.2 centimeters, only 1 millimeter off. The big ball measures 4.6, and 2 frames later, it also measures 4.6. There is barely any distortion going on. There's no parallax problem. You will just do anything. You just keep looking and looking for any kind of flaw, and then you will just to reject the experiment, to reject the evidence. You will do anything to avoid the evidence, to avoid and reject the truth. So there is no distortion problem because we are only focusing on at what is happening at the center in the middle of the screen, not what's happening on the very left or on the very right. Okay? Clear? Is that clear? There is no parallax problem. There is no distortion for what we are focusing on. Okay? No, of course not okay. You're a pathetic evidence denier. I will keep calling you that. A pathetic evidence denier. You bloody moron. Right, that's it.